Y'all, I got something to tell y'all. And I got something to tell y'all. Let me just tell you what just happened. Okay, I get a text message from my friend, right? And my friend Trish. So I get ready to text. I see her text me, so I get ready to check the text message, right? So boom, after I check the text message or whatever the case may be, she calls me. So when she calls me, she like whispering. It's 12:11, y'all, as I'm telling this story. And she's whispering. So I'm like, she's like, can you talk? I need to talk to you. So I'm like, yes, right? Because, that's what type of friend I am. Um, she's like, I got to tell you about, we're going to call the man, David, right? She was like, I got to tell you about David. So I'm like, okay. So she was like, telling me that, she gonna start catching rides by herself and with her own money, and saying that she'll need said that she ain't gonna need him to take to work no more. Said that she ain't gonna wanna deal with him anymore. She just want time to herself, and saying that that he said that she don't know what type of person he really is, and what man he really is, and what he's capable of doing. And there was some other stuff that she was telling me about or whatever, right? So I'm listening, and I'm talking back to her though at the same time though. And then I get ready to say something, and sometimes I look at the phone. So when I look at the phone is like on home screen, as if I was never talking to her. So I was like, okay. So I was like, maybe she hung up, or maybe the call lost. So I get ready to call her back, but her number is not in my call log, as if we were just talking. So I'm like, okay, that's kind of weird or whatever. So sometimes the phone be acting up, and so sometimes it might not show up. So I'm like, okay, I ain't think nothing of it. So I call her phone, and when I call her phone, I was like, what happened to the phone call? And she was like, what you talking about? And I was like, what happened to the phone call? And I said, the phone had hung up. She was like, what you talking about? We wasn't talking to each other. I said, yes, you was. You were literally just talking to me on the phone. You called me. You sent me a text message. I got ready to get ready to check it. Then you called me, and I answered the phone. And you was whispering, and you said you was tired and you got to get up and go take your client somewhere. And then she was like, she got to take her client somewhere in the morning. And then she proceeded to say, I said, you proceeded to tell me that you wanted to talk to me about something. And so she was like, Natasha, no. I said, listen, Trish, don't play with me. I just got the phone with you. Me and you verbally talked to each other. She said, Natasha, you did not talk to me. I said, listen to me, Trish. You just got the phone with me. I just talked to you. This is exactly what you told me. She said, no, I sent you a text message. And the stuff that you're saying is in the text message, or the voice text that you sent me. I said, I didn't get a chance to check the text message thing, because you called me and we proceed to have a conversation. She tells me, Natasha, I did not call you. So she proceeded to check her call log. There's no call log of her calling me. What the world? Like, I done had some crazy stuff happen to me. But who the hell was I talking to? And she said, Natasha. And then it was almost like, I guess her, but whomever I was talking to on the phone, it was her voice, it was her phone number, it was her. But the crazy part about it is, when I was talking to her on the phone, there was no background. It was completely silence. And I felt that kind of weird, but I asked her, I was like, are you all right? And then she proceeded to talk to me. And then when I actually talked to her for real, when I called her back to see why the phone hung up, you can hear the TV and everything going. That was kind of weird too. You feel what I'm saying? There's no call log on either phone of whom calling each other. What? Right now, y'all, I'm thrown, because I'm like, I know I'm not tripping. I know I'm not tripping. So who was I talking to? Who was I talking to? I know I sound crazy right now, and I'm okay with that. But this literally just happened about 30, 40 minutes ago. I just had to get on here and tell somebody, because what? Lord Jesus, cover me in the blood of Jesus, because who was that? And it was almost like the spirit was calling me to warn her about the dude. And she said the same thing when I explained to her what it said, whom I don't even know, but I know what it said, and it sounded like a warning to her. Because if that wasn't her, and then the things that she was telling me, I don't know. If y'all know, let me know down in the comments, because what? Lord, take the wheel.
So listen to her story. When she first told it, I was just like, okay, yeah, that is weird. And we were just talking about that the other day. How is the spirits getting into the technology? You feel me? But when she said that her friend said she had sent her a voice message text that said everything that she was just saying, it's just like, oh, did she accidentally hit the play button on the voicemail text? But it's just like, friend, why are you whispering? Because I do a lot of voicemail texts. Like the video the story time, I had just told my sister that story, but like in a voice message. It was like a minute, and I was gonna post it on the video, but I was just like, no, because I was real raunchy. I was real raunchy. I want to put that out there. Like, girl, man, I was just like, girl, I was tearing it up. I was backing it up on somebody's baby forehead. Just back it up. I didn't want to put that. Whoa, shit, it's out here. But how it sounds when I do voicemails, I know I have to raise my voice a little bit, because I know in a voicemail it's going to sound like I'm in the car driving down the street talking through the car speaker. That's how it sounds on a voicemail. Maybe it doesn't for y'all, but I'm team Android, she's team iPhone. So that's how it comes out on their side. So it's just like, friend, why are you whispering? That's why it's just like, if it wasn't a voice message, a voicemail message, a voice message text, and it was literally a phone call, yo, that's interesting. That's interesting, because we know how God talks to us. Not saying that, well, it could have been God. I know for me anyway, he whispered. So that's why I'm just like, okay, maybe it could have been a sign from God, one of his angels, one of his right hands, and whispered. Or maybe, just hear me out, it could have been her in a different parallel, like in a future, since we're all, the past, future, and now present is all together. It's all happening at one time. Maybe that was the case, and she was just telling her as a friend, like, hey, my other self might not find out this in time, so let me let you know, so you can let me know in the present and just warn me. Or maybe it was another, I don't know, it could be so many things. Comment below what you think it is, because that's just wow. Because if that ever happened to me, and I didn't have receipts, because you know I'm a Virgo, we always have receipts. I didn't have receipts for it, bruh, I would be freaking out like, no, I don't have receipts. I remember that time I went on a girls trip, a birthday trip, and these people were just trying to tell me that I didn't do what I know I did. Like, I didn't say what I know I said, but I had dropped my phone in the lake and it was water damage, so I could not pull up the receipts of the conversation, which I knew I said. I was just so upset, because I was just like, I can't even have this conversation with you. But thankfully, my sister was there, but she was wilding out the whole time. So okay. So this is what happened. Quick story time, real quick. We're at this resort, because usually that's all I go to, all inclusive resort. So my birthday, we're up top at the rooftop restaurant, and I was telling, it was about the itinerary for the days, and I was just like, well, me and my sister are adventure girlies. So in a lot of overseas places in other countries, they have all their stuff and activities in the daytime, like early in the morning. Like, if you're a travel person, you know you have to be up at the ass crack of dawn, like, to do stuff. Like, you have to be up early. So that's what I was telling her. I was just like, okay, we want to do excursions, we have to be early. And I had put this all into in the group chat. I put it all in there. So I'm telling him, I was like, okay, well, we're out kind of late. It's like 1 a.m. in the morning. We got to hurry up so we can go and get some rest for our outing in the morning. And the girls were just like, waking up at 6 o'clock. At 6 o'clock, that's really early. I'm just like, what do you mean? I already told you that we got to get up early because like this country kind of closes down. Like, it closes down at like 3 o'clock. Like, after 3 o'clock, ain't nobody gonna be out. Like, that's the kind of country we went to. Where did we go? We were in Mexico. We was in Mexico, I think we were in Mexico, and I was letting them know, like, hey, this, and that. And the whole time I'm going back and forth, and they're just like, no, you ain't telling me that. You ain't telling me we have to get up early. I'm just like, I'm going back and forth, like, where have you ever been where you didn't have to go somewhere early? I'm just like, yo, you bound trust with me. We do stuff in the daytime, like, early. Like, what are you talking about? The whole time my sister is she's sitting. I was just like, bitch, chime in. And like, I really felt like I was alone. Like, I was just like, what is happening? And I get back to my room. Me and my sister get back to my room, and she goes the fuck in. She was like, bitch, you are so right. I told you. This is why I tell you, don't be bringing people on our trips. See, this is why I don't say that to you, because we go through the same shit every time. You know, I don't understand. You had it in the itinerary. I got the receipts right here. I was like, bitch, where was all this energy when I was just talking? Like, my sister is not the type of person who's going to be going in on.
So has anybody else seen that video where that girl bought a haunted mirror at a garage sale for $2? So she buys it and she brings it home from the garage sale, and she's looking all over her house for the best place for it. She can't find anywhere, so she decides to sit it in the corner facing her bed. Which, if you've heard many ghost stories, you probably know that you're not supposed to have a mirror facing your bed. Fast forward to later that night, they're all in bed asleep. Her and her husband are awoken to the sound of their baby crying in the other room. Her husband goes to take care of their daughter. While her husband was in the other room taking care of the baby, she hears a door close. She thought it might just be her son waking up, so she got up and she decides to go take a look and see if her son's awake, and there was nobody up. She didn't think much of it. She just laid back down and went back to bed. The next morning, her husband came to her and was like, hey, so last night when I was in the room taking care of our baby, did you come in there and kick my leg? And of course she was like, no, I didn't kick your leg. Like, what do you mean? And so he tells her, you know, like, somebody forcefully kicked his leg while he was in there taking care of the baby, as if they were trying to wake him up, like it was her trying to wake him up. Or at least that's what he thought. At this time, she still wasn't really putting the pieces together, like she wasn't thinking that it was the mirror or like a connection to anything. If you remember, that's when she heard the door close. So at the same time that her husband's leg was getting kicked, she heard a door shut. Coincidence? I don't know. So fast forward, and she starts having these like super vivid, scary dreams. Like dreams that her family's being attacked by witches, and she's like praying in these dreams, and it's just super scary and super real and vivid. And she had never experienced having bad dreams like that before. And at this point, she still wasn't really connecting the dots. Like she hadn't figured out that it was the mirror that was making all these things happen. Until one day she was talking to her friend, and her friend like casually mentioned in conversation that you shouldn't have mirrors facing beds. And that's when like a light bulb went off and all the dots started connecting, and she was like, oh wait, maybe this has to do with the mirror, because it all started the day that she bought it at the garage sale and brought it home and sat it facing towards her bed. Mind you, this video was posted 22 hours ago, and it only had like 40 likes or something. But she said last night she was sitting there and she starts hearing this weird beeping sound. It's like beep, 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 boop, boop, beep, beep, boop. So she goes to investigate what the sound is coming from. And she posted a video clip of what she found, so I'm gonna insert that now. Everything else that had been going on, she automatically assumed that this was just connected. She thought maybe the battery was just low, so she decided to throw it out the door and grab it in the morning and see, you know, if the battery had died. Lo and behold, this morning, the battery was fine. The phone was still working like normal. So she decided it was time to get rid of this thing. She found somebody that wanted the mirror. I'm not sure who. I'm sure she told them what was going on and everything. But anyway, somebody wanted the mirror. They came and got it, and she said that her entire house just feels like it's been spared. I'm going to go ahead and insert a photo of the mirror now. If you don't want to see it, I suggest you go ahead and scroll. So this is what it looks like. I don't know. What do y'all think? Do you feel weird energy when you see it? Let me know what y'all thought about this story in the comments. I love reading y'all's thoughts, and I will tag her below just in case y'all want to go check out the original videos. If you have a scary story of your own that you'd like for me to share, you can send it to my email address, which is located in my bio. Even better if you have like video footage or evidence. Just send it all. I love to read y'all's scary stories. It's so much fun. It's been a while, so I have a lot to post right now. Stay tuned, and as always, I look forward to seeing you in another video. Love y'all.
Okay, I was freaking out because it's my sister's birthday officially right now. I was looking at the clock. I was like, okay, at 12 o'clock exactly, I'm gonna text her. So right now, that's what I'm gonna do. Everyone, wish my sister a happy birthday. It's her Scottie Pippen year! Scottie Pippen! Okay, I'm back. I had to wish my sister a happy birthday. Okay, so about the mirror thing. We know not to, well, first off, we know not to get any antique furniture from a yard sale. Definitely no mirrors. We've already talked about don't get no mirrors from a yard sale, from a Goodwill, from somebody, grandma, auntie. Like, no, don't get no used mirrors. Let's stop it right there, and put it in front of your bed. I have to look at mine because my mirror is in the corner of my room, and my bed is like, okay, it's not okay. It's different. But the thing is, I think back to like when I used to date this freak, and she had mirrors by her bed. Like her closet was a closet of mirrors, and her bed was in front of the mirrors. And I was just like, girl. And then those people who have mirrors on their ceilings that look over their bed, like, someone should tell them. Do they not know? They know. I know they freaky, but do they know that it can get freaky? Like paranormal freaky? Like, oh, girl. But we know this. If you don't know this, you have learned. Do not put your mirror in front of your bed. Do not put your mirror in front of your screen, your TV screen. You got a TV screen, you got a mirror, black mirror, you heard of that? Don't have them together. Your portals are created. Come on now. We know these things. Be safe in these streets. And friend, if you are the husband, speaking about the husband right now, you checking on your baby and somebody kicks you, and you think it's your girl, the mother of your child, and kicked you really hard, forcefully, would you not jump up and be like, the foul? Like, why are you kicking me? Like, you know I'm doing, what is going on? Like, I would be confused. I'll be asking questions and trying to figure out, like, what's going on. Like, do you think that she just kicked you and then took off running before you could see her? I don't understand that one. And then your door closing and you don't see nobody. Is it a draft? Like, I would have so many questions. Like, what is going on? Like, I don't know. And the beeping thing, was it a fake phone? Was that a play phone? What was that? Why was that? You saying it was beeping only in the room with the mirror? It sounded like Morse code to me, did it not? Somebody was trying to communicate from the other world. Was I the only one who got that? Girl, that was scary. Why we play these games? Don't have no mirror in front of your bed while you sleeping, because I've heard that sometimes your reflection will start moving, get up and start moving while you're sleeping. I've heard that. Let me know what you heard. You heard that? Let me know.
Story time of when I moved into my first apartment and it turned out to be haunted. Now, this story took place in Brooklyn, New York, 2010. Typical time when I wanted to move out my mom's house and I was like ready to get my own place. So boom, I gave the landlord a call and we decided to meet up to view the apartment. So he shot me the address and I got there before him. So now I'm just waiting out the building for him and waiting for him to arrive. And that's the time I'm waiting for him to arrive, I've noticed there's a lot of cats in the neighborhood. Now, I didn't think nothing of it until two cats come around and just started fighting in front of me out of nowhere. Now, mind you, I got a thing for cats. For some reason, ever since I was a kid, cats will arrive in strange current events. Mind you, these cats are fighting tooth and nail in front of me. Okay, and I didn't think nothing of it because I'm so excited. I'm about to get my keys into my first apartment. Like, I'm not even thinking, yo, this is like a red flag here. So anyway, the landlord finally arrives. And I'm not thinking nothing about the cats, whatever. So we go inside, we view the apartment. I loved it. Everything is legit. He said I could move in the first. Great. The first weekend, nothing. I didn't think nothing of it. I didn't get a chance to fill into an apartment because, you know, you're excited. Your adrenaline is up. Now, the second week, that's when the strangest shit started to happen. Now, my first strange encounter was I was in my bedroom sitting down and I started hearing footsteps coming from my hallway. Now, I'm peeking, I'm looking. I'm thinking to myself, man, I live on the first floor. And this is the type of building that, like, you could literally see people walking by like the front window, because I'm in the first floor or whatever. So if you push the curtains, you could actually see like the sidewalk and stuff. So I didn't think nothing strange of it. I'm just thinking it's people until the second encounter when I was in the bathroom. I was in the shower and I heard footsteps now a little bit closer behind my bathroom door. Now I stopped everything. I'm like, okay, this is a little freaking, this is freaking me out. This is not coming from upstairs. I peeked out the bathroom. I looked around, didn't see anybody. So I kind of like shook that off a little bit. I mean, I find it a little strange, but I encountered some strange shit in my life, so I didn't really like think heavy of it until the third week. Now I come home from work, I wanted to wash my hair, and as you're washing your hair, you know, when you got your eyes closed, the soap is in your eyes, and you know, a little intrusive thought starts to pop up in your head. Now mind you, I'm alone. You know what I'm saying? My first time being alone by myself, everything seems a little bit, you know, eerie and scary because you're by yourself. Now as I'm washing my hair, I have this strange, eerie feeling that someone is standing next to me. Like I can literally feel a presence standing next to me. Now, mind you, I'm a very intuitive person. I could see, smell, hear energy like no other. So I'm washing my hair real quick, trying to peek and open my eyes like, okay, yo, who the fuck is standing in front of me? I look over, I look around. I don't see anyone, but I do feel a fucking presence. Now, my big mistake was I didn't cleanse the place. I didn't cleanse the apartment. That was my bad. So I hit my mom up and I told her what's going on. And she's looking at me like, so you need to tell me you moved into this place without cleansing it? She's like, you're supposed to remove whatever energy, whatever presence that was there. You got to move it out to make sure that, you know, your energy is there and, you know, everything is good. I'm like, yeah, I know, Mom, but I didn't get a chance to do that. You know, can you come through and do it for me? She said, I don't got time. I'll do it like, you know, the following week when I get the chance and come around. I'm like, all right, boom. Now, this is when it starts to get a little bit more strange. I'm heading to sleep the following night, and my TV just popped, you know, it just turned on. So I'm like, all right, hold on a second. My television is just turned on by itself. Now I'm starting to freak out. Now I'm looking around to see if I sat under a remote or something. I'm like, maybe it was just me. And I'm like, nah, my remote control is across from me. So yeah. So now I'm starting to feel like, okay, yeah, there's definitely someone in this household, a spirit walking around. So I called my mom again, and I was like, Ma, I feel like you need to come here ASAP, you know what I'm saying, and cleanse this space for me because, yeah, there's something going on. Now, mind you, I didn't want to move out. This is my first place. I wasn't trying to move back to my mom's, you know what I'm saying? So I'm like, as soon as she cleans this place and everything is good, then, you know, I could go about my business. Nah, it didn't happen like that. So at the time being, my mom told me to like just stage the place and stuff like that until it's, you know, it's time for her to come and bless the whole entire apartment and to get rid of whatever lingering spirit that was there. I did that. It worked for a few days, maybe like a week or whatever, until the following week later, it started happening again. Now this time it got a little bit more stranger. And so anyway, as I'm sleeping, I could feel a presence standing in front of me. And now I'm like, okay, now I can't sleep. Because I'm opening my eyes and I'm like, I feel a presence in front of me. I toss and turn. I try to fall asleep. My alarm finally goes off. And I'm trying to like open my eyes. And as I'm trying to open my eyes, I go into a deep sleep paralysis. Now, this is the part when it gets scary. As I'm trying to get up from this sleep paralysis, I felt a heavy presence jump over me and land on my bed. My bed actually shook. Like it bounced up and down. Now, mind you, I can't fucking move. I'm fighting for my life trying to get up. And I'm panicking. Now, I go into this deep trance sleep. And as I'm in a deep trance sleep, I noticed that I'm in a vivid, crazy dream. And I'm like, okay, I'm going through a sleep paralysis. I felt like it was a dream, but it wasn't. It was me, my spirit, really walking around the house as I was still asleep. It was kind of like an out-of-body experience. Now I'm walking around my apartment, and my apartment seems a little tad bit old. It's not how I viewed it, not how I decorated. I felt like I went back in time of when this apartment was first built. I noticed like weird furniture, old furniture, even like a gas lamp or whatever. And I noticed that it was sunny outside, but when I opened the door, it was dark. Now, I don't know what was going on between the times or whatever realms that I was in, but I know my body shot back. I shot back into my body. I popped up and jumped up from the sleep paralysis, whatever. I forgot to mention that I was saying the prayer at the time, and I got up immediately. Now, at that time, I put my clothes on and I went straight to my mom's house. I was like, no, I'm not having this shit. I went to my mom. I even called out that day from work. I went to my mom. I was like, Mom, you need to come to my house immediately. Okay? This is what happened. This is what's going on. And she was like, oh, you sure it's not a known present, spirit that I'm familiar with? And I'm like, no, this is not family. This is not a close relative. This is somebody else. Now, my mom looked at me and was like, oh, no. So she went and got some few, spiritual items for me to cleanse the house, some prayers and stuff like that. And she said, as soon as you walk into your apartment, this is what you're going to do. She came afterwards, but, she helped me cleanse the place up and everything. But the strange thing I forgot to mention, every time I encountered this spirit, the cat that was in front, from the beginning of the story, it was a brown cat, was always by my windowsill, my bedroom windowsill. Like I could be literally sleeping and I'll open and I would look at my window in my bedroom and see the cat on the windowsill. Because again, I'm on the first floor. So anyway, fast forward, we cleansed the apartment and we got rid of whatever lingering spirit that was there. Because at this time, the energy was just getting thicker and thicker, and I didn't want it to get any worse. You know what I'm saying? And when you encounter something like that, you definitely want to handle it ASAP. So this right here is a period of 3 freaking weeks. But shortly after, like 2 months or 3 months after, it was like 3 months afterwards, I decided to fucking find another place. Because at that time, it was other things that I was encountering, like, rodents, water damage. It's kind of like, at that time, I just felt like my spirit team was just basically pushing me out that apartment. They didn't want me there at all. The cats would still started arriving even more. I will come home from work and there'll be cats like near my door or cats near my windowsill outside. I just got this eerie feeling of they just wanted me the fuck out. So yeah, I got out of there. They shoved me out of there. My spirit team got me out of there. And I ended up finding a better apartment that wasn't haunted. So yeah, that's my spooky story.
Yo, big up to her spirit team. Cause what, honey? I feel like it wasn't just her unit. It was the whole apartment, if you know what I mean. I feel like it was all of that. Oh, girl. She was going through a lot. I don't think I've ever really noticed that. Because, like, places where cats are, they get back to it. Yeah. Because, when we used to live at this one place, the place I was telling you about, where the 2 babies were unalived by their stepdad, but there's no evidence of this. It's nowhere to be found that this happened. And no one even remembers. Even my mom was just like, baby, that didn't happen. I'm just like, but how you gonna tell me? Because I used to play with them. Like, what do you mean? Even where we lived there, when we lived there, there were cats, there were strays. I feel like there were dogs and cats and strays. I feel like it was. Now that I think back, and I guess, wow. Yeah, that's a weird thing. I never really noticed that, where cats are and they fighting and violence. Maybe that's something, because you hear stuff all the time about black cats and all that other stuff. So wow. But no, friend, I would not have thought anything of it if I saw cats as well. I mean, I guess with you, you're spooky is a difference, but me personally, I would have just been like, okay, there's cats here. I honestly would have been like, I'm gonna be feeding these cats. They can't come in my house, but I'm gonna feed them. But yeah, I wouldn't notice anything. And then with the strange occurrences, look, that story was long. I'm forgetting stuff, but the sleep paralysis, whatever that presence or whatever that was, is really wild, because we be hearing stuff about people who have sleep paralysis and see stuff, see people and dark figures and all this other stuff in their sleep paralysis, during their state of sleep paralysis. I never experienced that and don't want to experience it. So the fact that she didn't see the presence that she felt, that's what I remember. Forgot. The presence that she felt when she was washing her hair, she didn't see it in her sleep paralysis is wow. But the fact that she felt the presence of it while she was asleep, standing around her, around, I guess over her, maybe in front of her, is crazy to me. Because in that moment, we're praying, immediately getting some oil, anointing it, like we're gonna make it anointing oil, like, girl. So I'm really like, what? Like, that's wild to me that she didn't see the presence, but maybe it's a good thing, and she was praying the whole time, so maybe that was never going to happen. And that helped get her out of sleep paralysis, because that's why I tell you all the time, with my sleep paralysis, all I do is pray. I say Jesus once, only have to say it once, only have to think about Jesus once, and I'm up. So I can't even imagine that. And the fact that she felt it before she went to sleep, I wouldn't have been sleeping. You would have got up out of there. Like, my sleep, that's the most vulnerable you can be. So I couldn't even imagine that. And you washing your hair and somebody beside you, bruh, can you say fighting while I'm washing my hair with the other hand? Because, you know, once I get it subbed up, you gonna have to wait. You gonna have to wait for this butt whooping, because I got it subbed up just right. Y'all know when it's just right, it's just like, oh, and it's squeaky. It's like, oh, like, it's just, oh, I love washing my hair the third time? The third time. When the third wash, it's just like, bitch, I'm clean now. I love washing my hair on the third time. But yeah, friend, no. I would have told my mom immediately, come on. I was thinking about my last apartment. I did not get it blessed. The only reason why, and it's really freaked out why I did not want, why I didn't get blessed, because my grandma blesses all our places. The only reason why I did not want my grandma to come is because I did not want her to just be popping up in my apartment, because I was in my whole stage. I had just got out of a relationship. Like, I literally moved in that apartment because I had broken up with the last mistake I was with. And I was just like, I know I'm gonna have hoes come in now, and I don't need my grandma to just be popping up, you know what I'm saying? So that's why I didn't get it blessed. But anywhere I go is blessed, honey. Like, I'm covered everywhere I go. So, but yeah, anywhere else, yeah, definitely come on through, bless it up, you know. But the sleep paralysis that turned into astral projecting into the past and when it was first built, I feel like maybe it was a deeper story in that, and maybe it wanted to show her, but she was just, me and her was just like, I don't want to see it. You got the wrong one. Like, I'm not the one to be trying to figure stuff out. This is not Murder, She Wrote, honey. Like, I'm not going to be trying to see what's going on and communicate and figure out who did something, whoever did something wrong to you. You want me to go write it for you? No. I'm not going to do that. I'm here to live in the present, unhaunted, you know? So I'm glad she got out of there. I'm glad they got to anoint the place. I'm also glad that she left. Also glad, because I feel like that landlord knew what was up and just wasn't trying to say anything. Maybe we know it was some history at that apartment. So I'm glad she got up out of there. It's crazy that the cat was just like, like, I know some things. Something's going on. So yeah, I'm surprised the cat wasn't like trying to get into her apartment to like warn her or anything. Or I don't know. Maybe the cat could have been a warning, but also like, well, you on your own. Like, I don't know what was going on with the cat, but yeah, friend, the animals be knowing, and especially cats, they be knowing, honey. Like this video, follow all the creators, and subscribe.